Where is Safieddine? Is he dead or is he alive? Suspense continues over the fate of Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah's successor Safieddine as Israeli army continues to strike South Beirut's Hezbollah strongholds. Well, Israeli military spokesperson Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari said Safieddine was present at Hezbollah's intelligence headquarters in Beirut when Israel struck the building on the 4th of October. The footage showed flares from an explosion in the Al-Dahieh neighborhood where Safieddine is believed to have been killed. However, Hagari said his death has not been confirmed.
We struck the intelligence compound in Beirut in Al-Dahieh neighborhood. This is the command center of the head of the intelligence, Abu Abdullah Murtada, and we also know that Safieddine was with him. The results of these strikes are being checked. Hezbollah is trying to conceal information. We will know and update the public.
Earlier, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the Israeli military has killed the would-be successors of late Nasrallah. While Defense Minister of Israel Yoav Gallant said Safieddine was likely killed in last week's strike in Beirut. Meanwhile, Lebanese state-run media reported massive destruction in a series of Israeli strikes in southern suburbs of Beirut. The Israeli army targeted the main road at Al-Kafat and razed 4 residential buildings in the Burj al-Barajneh area. In southern Lebanon, the IDF said it dismantled a Hezbollah tunnel crossing into Israel as its troops continue to carry out ground operations in the area after the deployment of its 4th division in the country. IDF said the tunnel was detected a few months ago but destroyed during the ground operation which was launched by Israel last week. Israeli attack helicopters were also seen firing missiles on Tuesday as the conflict with Hezbollah only continues become more heated in the southern Lebanon region. The IDF reported at least 50 Hezbollah members, including 6 senior commanders from its southern front and Radwan force, were eliminated in airstrikes on a series of underground Hezbollah headquarters in southern Lebanon on Monday. The Israeli military said Hezbollah launched more than 170 rockets across the border on Tuesday. The targets included the northern Israeli port city of Haifa. The Iran-backed militant group further warned that it will intensify attacks on Israel, including Haifa, if it continues to strike Lebanon. On Tuesday, Prime Minister Netanyahu warned Lebanon that it could face destruction like Gaza. In his speech, Netanyahu called on the Lebanese people to stand up to Hezbollah.
This is a message to the people of Lebanon. Do you remember when your country was called the Pearl of the Middle East? I do. So what happened to Lebanon? A gang of tyrants and terrorists destroyed it. That's what happened. Lebanon was once known for its tolerance, for its beauty. Today, it's a place of chaos, a place of war. Israel withdrew from Lebanon 25 years ago.
In northern and central Gaza, Israeli strikes killed at least 12 Palestinians, including 9 members of the same family on Wednesday, while 9 family members were killed in a strike targeting their apartment at the Shajaya neighborhood. 3 others were killed in an attack on Nusayrat refugee camp. In neighboring Syria, 7 civilians were killed in an Israeli airstrike on Tuesday. According to Syrian government, the Israeli army targeted a residential and commercial building in the Madzeh neighborhood of capital Damascus. Then in other developments, Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant has postponed a trip to the United States scheduled for this week, delaying a planned meeting with his U.S. counterpart Lloyd Austin. The U.S. State Department said more than 1,000 U.S. citizens along with their family members have left Lebanon aboard U.S. organized flights in the past week. All right, to get us the latest, our correspondent Jody Cohen is now joining me live from Ra'anana, Israel. Jody, always a pleasure speaking with you. Hezbollah is reportedly giving signals that it is seeking a ceasefire. What more can you tell us on this front?
Hi, Hi, Siobhan. So Hezbollah Deputy Head Naim Qassem said that Hezbollah is now supporting ceasefire efforts. US State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller has said that Hezbollah's sudden desire for a ceasefire shows he believes that Hezbollah is getting battered. And he said that for 1 year the world was calling for a ceasefire, that Hezbollah refused to give one, and that now it's on the back foot. They've changed their tune and now want a ceasefire. Now, over the past 2 weeks, Israel has targeted Hezbollah commanders, operatives, elite Radwan soldiers, Hezbollah sites and weapons stores. And meanwhile, Hezbollah has fired more than 10,000 rockets at Israel over the past year, and reportedly around 3,000 rockets at Israel over the past week. Israel's Channel 12 is reporting that the US is also in talks with Iran and Arab states for a ceasefire on all fronts. An Israeli official has reportedly said that Israel is currently in a position of strength and that a ceasefire would be on Israel's terms, including Hezbollah moving back behind the Litani River and dismantling all Hezbollah military sites near Israel's border.
Jody, there's also a scheduled phone call expected between President Biden and Prime Minister Netanyahu. They're due to speak on the phone on Wednesday about Iran. What are they expected to talk about? Anything that you can share with us?
Yes, so we're hearing that this call is expected to take place on Wednesday, and the key point on the agenda is likely to be Israel's plans for a counter-offensive against Iran. That's after Iran fired more than 180 ballistic missiles towards Israel last week. The IDF has said that it will respond, and its response would be serious and significant. Now, President Biden has reportedly suggested that he's against Israel striking Iran's nuclear or oil sites, and suggested to Israel that they find alternatives. Meanwhile, former Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett and former President Trump both said that they believe that now is the right time for Israel to target Iran's nuclear program. A US official has reportedly told Axios that the White House supports an Israeli response, but wants to use this call to try and shape the limitations of Israel's retaliation.
Thanks, Jody, for getting us the latest. That was our correspondent Jody Cohen joining me from Renana, Israel.